going to see about the two leading companies in FMCG sector called Procter and Gamble and Hindustan Lever Limited. The main strategy of these two companies is sustainable growth, and they include product categories like toothpaste, soap, detergents, and other personal care and cosmetic items. And the target customer of these two companies is middle class and upper class people. As a developing country, India's more than 50% population consists of middle class people. Thus, these companies are able to lead a successful business in India. Even though these two companies have neck-to-neck competition between them, there are other equal competitors for them like ITC, Dabur, Nestle, Amul, etc.
Let's first see about the history of Png. Png were founded in the year 1837 by William Proctor and James Gamble. It is an American multinational consumer goods company. It is headquartered in United States. In India, they serve over 650 million consumers. They have a revenue of $84.17 billion. They include more than 300 brands operating in 180 countries. They have their vision: be and be recognized as the best consumer products and service. And the mission is, we will provide branded products and services of superior quality and value that improve the lives of the world's customer now and generation to come. They have two global business units, namely beauty and grooming and household care. Under P&G, they have healthcare, beauty, grooming. Under household, they have fabric and house care, baby and family care, snacks and pet care. P&G has many well-known brands like Ariel, Crush, Duracell, Gillette, Head and Shoulders, Olay, Oral-B, Pampers, Pantene, Vicks.
Now let's see about the history of Hindustan Lever Limited. Hindustan Lever Limited is India's leading consumer goods and suppliers with the focus on FMCG category. It is owned by the British Dutch company. It was established in 1933 as Lever Brothers India's Limited by Lever Brothers. In 1956, it became known as Hindustan Lever Limited as a result of a merger between Lever Brothers. Hindustan Lever Limited, they have product brands like Noor, Proof, Quality Walls, Lipton, Kizan, Lux, Clinic Plus, Axe, Dove, Pond's, Lifebuoy, and many more personal and home care brands. Mission is to earn the love and respect of India by making a real difference to every consumer. Their mission is to add vitality to life.
Next, we are going to see about the strategy of P&G. Now let's look into the Ansoff matrix of P&G. The Ansoff matrix has four components like market development, market penetration, diversification, and product development. In the market penetration stage, the company will focus on the existing merchandise into existing market. P&G followed this market penetration stage by introducing Tide Natural in India, which is a cost-down version of Tide detergent. P&G once lost its market share for Tide because of its high cost. Thus, to capture that component part of the society, P&G connotes market penetration to increase the market share by bringing down the cost of Tide. Next stage is market development stage. In this stage, the organization will introduce their existing merchandise into the new market. P&G followed this stage in a scheme called 10,000 Village scheme. They have 36 merchandise in US and only 16 merchandise in China. But China is one of the largest consumer group where every organization desired to spread their business. Thus, with the help of this 10,000 villages scheme, P&G decided to introduce their existing merchandise into the rural areas of China where their products were not well known. Thus, P&G followed market development strategy and expanded their market share for their products. The next stage is diversification. Here, the organization introduced new merchandise into a new market. This is the most risky scheme of a business because of its uncertainness. A deep market research is needed here. P&G followed this by acquisition of Gillette, from which they acquired new markets.
Next thing we are going to see is Ansoff matrix of HLL. The first one is market penetration. Unilever had to change and develop their washing detergent in response to the local country needs of clothing and spend about $292 million for the purpose of marketing to challenge its competitors' similar products. The second one is market development. Unilever acquired India and China, resulted as key market for the organization where continuous growth has been seen. Unilever had expanded to most of Europe and main developing countries and achieved maximum growth, North America. The third one is product development. Maintenance and development of consumer goods according to people needs have always been a success for any business. Similarly, Unilever launched PG tips and that which is still a top one of the selling product in UK. It also introduced fish finger and recyclable products. They also develop product like frozen foods and ice cream, etc.
Now we are going to see the Bcg matrix of Png. The Bcg matrix has 4 blocks that are stars, cash cow, question marks and dots. The first is stars. The stars include product categories like beauty care and baby care. These are products with a high market share in a strongly growing market. The cash resources used for and the cash resources required by these products are both high and therefore in principle are in balance. After some time, all growth slows. The next one is cash cow and these include snacks and grooming. These are products with a high market share in a market that is not growing very much. As a result of the strong market position, they produce many cash resources and they require few investments because of the limited market growth. The next one is question marks. These are products have a small market in a rapidly growing market. As the name indicates, they have unsure and questionable situation and can create problems. They produce little but require a lot of cash resources. If they are able to strengthen their position, they can become stars and over time when market growth replaces cash cows. The best example for question mark is Crest toothpaste. Though the market who uses toothpaste is very high, the market share for Crest toothpaste is very low. Next one is dogs. These are products with a low market share in a market that is growing very little. Therefore, they produce little but also require few investments. That means that the cash resources used for and the cash resources required by these products are both low and for that reason are in balance. Dogs are worthless cash traps. They do not bring sufficient profits for a company.
Next thing we are going to see is Porter's 5 force analysis of Png and HLL. And the first one is new entrants. The P&G's consumers can easily move to other consumer good brands based on low switching costs. But the new firms find it difficult to directly compete considering organization size of P&G and capitalization. For example, a typical new entrant cannot easily match P&G's strengths linked to its global scale of operation. The next thing is competitive rivalry. The external factors which contribute to the strong intensity of the force of competition on P&G include large number of firms, high variety of firms and low switching costs. These three factors impose a strong force of rivalry on P&G. For example, consumers can easily move from P&G's Tide detergent to Surf detergent. Thus, force of competition is further intensified because of low switching costs, which corresponds to the low level of negative consequences of moving to other brands. The next one is bargaining power of buyer. P&G aims to satisfy consumers' preference and needs to attract them to its consumer goods. This shows how much impact the buyer have here. But the low availability of substitutes for many of their products reduces the power of buyer. A single individual's power may not affect the business of P&G due to its large consumer base. Next one is bargaining power of supplier. Many third-party intermediary firms control the flow of materials from suppliers to P&G. This external factor imposes a moderate force on P&G's business. On the other hand, high overall level of supplier limits the influence of individual supplier on P&G. In relation, a high population of supplier reduces the power of supplier and their force on P&G. The next one is threat of substitutes. The low availability of substitutes weakens the threat of substitute for both HLL and P&G. Thus, both HLL and P&G face moderate and weak force from substitutes and new entrants, but face huge competition from competitors like ITC, Dabur, etc.
look into the SWOT analysis of HLL. First one is strength. It has various products, has various range of varieties at affordable prices for a mass group of customers. They have products variety according to the needs of customers. They cover over 1 million retail outlets in India and the products are available in 6.3 outlets in the country, which is 80% of retail stores in India. Next one is weakness. Higher margin attracted competition in areas of operation. To meet out the competition, they are having a high advertising cost. Changing consumption pattern is also a major weakness. Then threats. It has more than 8 competitors in India. This can lower the sales of HLL or they will have a race for better products. Reduction in real income of consumers due to high inflation is a big threat to them.
Let's look into the SWOT analysis of Png. First one is strength. Png brand have a recall, high visibility due to the excellent marketing and advertising. Several of its brands like Gillette, Duracell, Ariel, Olay, etc. are permanent global brands. Sponsorship of lifestyle events, competitions, etc. have helped the global market to build a connect with people. Excellent distribution and availability of Png products through supermarkets, glossaries, online, etc. contribute to their success. Next one is weakness. Fake products sold under the name of their brand name is a big concern for their products. Its product has stiff competition from big domestic players and international brands. Next one is opportunities. Png can trap rural market and increase penetration in urban areas. Mergers and acquisition can be done to strengthen the brands, increasing purchasing power of peoples, thereby increasing demand. Png can leverage its strong name and powerful brand to diversify into more consumer products. Threats. Intense and increasing competition among FMCG companies affect the market share of Png. Competition from unbranded, unlocal product is a big threat to them. Since Png is a global brand, recession and economic crisis can affect its business operations.
HLL versus Png is the mother of all FMCG rivalries, a rivalry which is observed clearly every day. The HLL versus Png rivalry exists in every retail counter or modern retail showrooms, and it is most prominent in personal care or hygiene products like detergent, shampoo, soaps, etc. Png has Head and Shoulders where HLL has Dove. Png has Olay where HLL has Sunsilk and Tresemme. Png has Old Spice where HLL has Axe. These powerful products are present in both the companies, but they have their own trademark products also. For example, HLL has Pureit, which Png does not have. On the other hand, Png has products like Duracell, which HLL does not have. There's two mammoth companies with many SBUs. HLL and Png rivalry is the toughest of all rivalries.